Cheers. Yes, it's time for a bit of drinking. It's time for a bit of Uncensored and Untold. You know where I'm going with this. So if you, don't want to hear bad language and swearing and shit about my ex, look away now. It's been a year since my ex decided to destroy my fucking heart. And what I've learned in that time is, how to become a better person. And let's have a look at some of the vids I posted in this time when I couldn't find them because I'm trying to work things out on this. I have been very dormant for a very long time. I've said what I feel and how I feel. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. Whether it's good or bad, I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. Let's have a look if I can't get this up. Okay, so we'll just put that over there for now. So we'll check some of my vids on YouTube and see if we can't talk about them in depth. So, alright, so let's go back to the very first one that started all of it. We've got a lot here, that's for sure. I started this crusade against my ex 1 year ago, and it's going to continue until she decides to make peace and do the right thing and grow up. God damn, there's a lot of shit here. Alright, let's start with love will find a way. This is what started it all, guys. This is why that things are the way they are. When it decides to load,
you need to like and subscribe this vid. I have been in a relationship for 6 years, and it hasn't always been good. There's been more good than bad. There's been issues, like trust issues, because we've both come from relationships where, we've been cheated on and, misused and stuff. My problem is I was always afraid to open up. I was always afraid to show how much I loved my partner. I was always scared about what she would think of me if I, was myself. Now, I had to try hide who I was for 6 years. It wasn't easy. I mean, I there's a lot of times where I would get angry and I would need help, and I never got it because I was ashamed of myself. I always thought my girlfriend was beautiful, and she never...
I meant to say fiance in that one. As you can see, the difference between a year since I made that vid and now, well, obviously my hair. I don't look any different, really. I still look young. I still look attractive. I don't look like a big fat piece of shit like my ex is dating now. That video was actually made a few weeks after all the shit went down, and I for a whole year, even though she's with that fat fuck, I always thought that she'd come back, she'd make peace, she'd do the right thing. How very wrong I was. My parents were disappointed in the way she acted last year. They thought that maybe she would have done the right thing and become an adult. A lot of times where, when the first time around I dated her, same problem as the second time around, always lying parents, always lying family, would never, be honest to her. And I think coming from a family that's psychotic like hers was, and disrespectful, and never let the poor girl, grow up, it was just, I did what I could. Everyone's, a couple of my friends was even saying today, the happiest you were in the last few years is when you were with your partner. I agree with that. I will not deny that. I mean, hundreds of photos, hundreds of dates, hundreds of lunches, dinners, and I doubt that she's even had even 10 of those last year with her boyfriend. I don't like him. I really do think he's a fat, selfish fuck that has got nothing to give her. His looks, I've never seen someone that ugly in my life. I'm better looking than him. I'm fitter than him. At least when I look down, I can see my dick. He needs to like roll his fat up so he can see it. He's got nothing. I'm a property owner. I fucking got everything. I have a job. I have fucking an income. I have everything. You know, I don't live, you know, on a day-to-day basis of, oh, I can't do this, can't do that. I can take her anywhere. He can't take her anywhere. The fact that he doesn't love her is the most disgusting thing. And we'll talk about
got to hear that. I always based everything on my first love. I always said that no one could beat her, etc., etc. But I never got to tell the person I was with for 6 years that she beat my first love hands down in everything. Looks, heart, just everything. My girlfriend always wanted me to propose to her. And I always said, nah, I'm not the marrying type and I wouldn't marry you because you're a big girl. That's wrong for me to say that. But truthfully, I actually did want to marry her, but I was scared about the whole marriage thing. So every time she was like, if I said, you got me a present? I'm like, yeah, I got you a present. She always says, is it a wedding ring? And I said, no, it's not a wedding ring. I wanted to give it to her for ages, believe it or not. But I just was too scared to make that move. I always joked about it. The thing I hated was I kept looking at other girls, not sexually or anything. I just, you know, was a pervert. And I never realised how much that would affect her ego. I mean, I've never cheated on her. I barely lied to her. I don't think I've lied about anything in a relationship. Just, you know, hiding my true feelings and love towards someone was painful enough for 6 years. There was abuse on both parts, sadly. You know, I was always afraid of her because she was stronger than me.
Sure.
Never admitted that to anyone. And until recently, when all the shit went down, I never realised how much, you know, if you take out all the bad stuff, what a good person she was to stick by me for
just
6
said
years.
that too.
I've never been this in love with someone since my first love. And I never got to tell my partner that. And I feel like now it's too late. She knows about what I did recently and went and bought a wedding ring. I don't know what her thoughts are on that.
I'm looking at it right now
you know,
too.
she bugged me for years about that subject, and then I went and got a wedding ring. Might be too late now. With all the court stuff going on, you know, it'll be all over in a couple of weeks.
Now I gotta stop there.
People that,
yeah, it was supposed to be over in a couple of weeks since that bid. And what'd you fucking do? You dragged it on for a fucking whole year almost. That is the most selfishest... that was the most selfish fucking thing you've ever done. And it's because you listen to your fucking parents. You listen to fucking people that don't know what's best for you. You know, when you lied to your own friends, our mutual friends, and said, oh, you'll do the right thing, you know. I'll make sure that Andre doesn't go through court stuff. And you fucking dragged it on for a fucking year. That's fucking gutless and that's fucking cruel. Because you couldn't grow up and defend yourself. You know, most people that have been in worse situations than you have at least said, alright, just end the relationship. You still can't end the relationship because you still can't have the guts to come up and see me or ring me or talk to me. I've been waiting. And I'll wait for the rest of my life. And I'll continue making these vids until the day I die. Or until the day that you decide to make peace. Because this is selfish, what you're doing and what I'm doing. Hey, at least I don't have a partner. Because if I had a partner, I'd probably drive her insane. Your partner, I use the term loosely, he doesn't give a shit. And you think you're the only piece of action that he gets? Please. I mean, if the guy can literally locate his dick from all the fat that's on him, that'd be, you know. But you chose that. Or did you choose that? Did your parents choose that? I don't understand who you are now and who the person you are when you dated me. That is way too strong. I've discovered a new being in me. I've discovered the nice guy that you wanted. I've discovered how good of a person I am. I got off my ass and became something of myself. You always said to people, if Andre got his shit together, you'd make peace and you'd work out things between us, but you never did, because you're a liar. You never were a liar, but you're a liar now. You have so many people hate you now. You didn't when you had me. I mean, can this guy give you weddings, kids, house of your own, holidays? Nah, I bet that fat fuck can't even get off the couch. Or at least I fucking do. I got a job, got income, got money, got everything. And I stuck to my promise when I said I wouldn't have a real girlfriend after you. I mean, there's been girls that come in and go, but they're all fucking users. And I've ditched them to the curb straight away. See, I don't have a problem right now of just going, alright, I'll call this person up because I know that I'll get sex from her. Or if I call this person up, I know I can get a hookup. Or a cuddle buddy. It's that easy for me. It never was in the past, but it is now. I don't understand how you can live your life knowing that you're living a lie when you know you love me, and you know you want to talk to me, and you know you want to be with me, but you're afraid that you get in trouble from your parents. At your age, you're in trouble. You're worried that you get in trouble. That is really pathetic. There are so many ways that you could catch up with me, and no one would know. There's ways. But you know why you don't? Because you're worried about the family may take away your cats, or you may get kicked out of the house you're living in. Well, guess what? Grow up. Cats will die. You'll break up with millions of boyfriends because you can't end the one that you're in now with me. And it's true. People can say, all this shit about us, but at the end of the day, you never said you broke up with me to my face. At least I last year came on YouTube and made a vid and said, hey, if you can't break up with me, I can break up with us. But it doesn't count, does it? A relationship doesn't end just because of a restraining order, which is not on anymore. Can end by a text message, has to be done face to face, or it's never a true breakup. I don't know why you became the person you are today. You got fatter. I'm so sorry about that. And I'm really deeply sorry about that. Because you were trying so hard to lose the weight. I still accept you for the way you are. The door's always open for you 24/7. I would come rescue you at any time of day or night. Despite how much I've been drinking. At least I have the balls to come on YouTube and say how much I loved you, how much I care about you, how much I'd be with you back in a heartbeat. You know why? Because unlike you, I got a heart. It's right here. A book is never closed until the final chapter is written. You see, our book has still got pages empty. There's no ending until it says the end.
She doesn't want me going to jail, or she doesn't want to press charges. So basically, the lawyer's going to send out a piece of paper. She signs it. There's no restraining order anymore, which is nice.
And you never signed that paper.
Photos of me on Facebook, so it's a good sign.
And there was photos of me on your Facebook for months
about
too.
What happened. Really do. but you can't change the past, but you can move on to the future and make it better. So if you do have a partner, tell them how beautiful they are. Tell them how much they mean to you. Don't ever hide.
Isn't that funny? All my friends were telling you do the right thing, and you said you do the right thing. You'd sign the piece of paper, and this court stuff would have ended in January. Hey, but you dragged it on for a fucking year because you're selfish, you're rude, you're arrogant, you're lazy. No wonder why they didn't want you working at the op shop. I'm glad you're not working there now. Because, you know. So, I was absolutely distraught when you did what you did. I can't believe that, you know, you said to our mutual friends, you know, you'd do the right thing by me, you'd sign the piece of paper. You even said you'd call up the cop station because you didn't want any trouble. And when you didn't, you know, you lied to our friends, you lied to, you know, people. You always judge people for the way they live. Well, look what area you're living in. And I'm not talking about the one that I used to go to see you at. You know, you're always negative to others, and now you're in the same boat with the same partner. You lived a very nice life up here, and look what your life is now. He's got nothing. Your partner's got nothing. If you were my daughter, I'd be ashamed of you and your partner. You know, your real father, he would be ashamed of you for what you did to me. And the lies, you've turned into one of the people you hated. In fact, your sister that lives with you was better than you now. She's a lot more prettier. She's got a job. She drives. What have you got? Nothing. You can't count catalogs as a job. Sorry, you can't. Because, you know, I really can't understand you. And I can't even be nice and sugarcoat it, because the fact that what you did was wrong. I'm so ashamed of you. But you need to come back and talk to me. Let's see what else I've got to say.
Hide your feelings for your partner. Don't be afraid you're going to get hurt. Because maybe that partner is the one you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life. I made that mistake. My partner said a while back that, you know, she'd take me back if I could promise never to touch her. Well, I wouldn't touch her.
Exactly.
And in fact, you know, when the restraining order comes off from the police, not her, there'll be an intervention order where we can talk, see each other and be together.
Yep.
And she's going to be safe, because there's a clause in that saying if I was to get angry at her or touch her, I would be automatically arrested. But that's not going to happen, because I wouldn't touch her.
Bingo.
The other thing she wanted me to do was seek help professionally.
I did.
And the first time in my life, that's what I'm actually doing, and I'm sticking to it.
And
Taking
I did for a whole
medication,
year.
Seeing a counsellor, seeing a psychiatrist. I'm getting the help, and I will continue to get that help. It's been rough for the last few weeks because I miss her terribly. I feel bad for what I've done. I hate myself. I love her so much. But
Still
at the
do.
same time, I don't know how she feels about me now. And I think that's the most horrible thing to know, is that, you know, it's okay if, you know, I've already said how I feel. She knows how I feel. We had mutual friends. But it's, now I'm in a stage where I was living with her for 6 years. She was next to me all that time, and I don't know how she feels about me now. She knows how I feel about her. She knows what I want. Marriage, love.
We'll go to the second vid, and you'll see why it didn't take long. This was a month later. Bring the tissues out.
Hey everyone, uh, I didn't think I would ever do a vid like this because I know it's going to upset me, but here goes, I suppose. Uh, I never thought that love could be so painful. I never experienced love as strong as what I have now. My love for my partner is so real. It scares me because I would do anything for her. She is truly my everything. She is truly my heart and soul. My role as a partner is to protect her. And when I can't do that, I don't feel like a man. I love my partner so much. And she doesn't even know how much I love her. I've been away from her for 3 months. And it's breaking my heart. Because I don't know how she feels about me. And then there's things that she does that hurts me in this time. And I don't know why she's hurting me. I'm so sorry for what I did to her. I deserve a second chance. I love her so much. I want to start a family with her. I want to marry her. And I never thought I would ever think about kids because I told her that I'm not a father figure. I wish she knew how much I love her. And I wish she knew how much pain she's causing me. Relationships are not supposed to be perfect, but I know I could be the man she wants if she just takes me back. But so many people are putting shit in her head and I can't even block that. I'm scared that maybe she doesn't love me anymore. I'm scared that she doesn't care about me and that's why she's hurting me. I would do anything for this woman. I love her so much and I want a second chance. Because I know that if she saw who the person I've become, she'd be proud to call me her partner in life. She really is my soulmate. She's the most beautiful girl in the world to me. She's my princess. She's my everything. All I want to do is just put her in my arms and just hold her. Tell her she's beautiful. I've done some horrible things. But having my heart broken like this, she needs to stand up. She needs to be a woman. She needs to stop letting people walk over her. She can make her own decisions. I could be the best partner she's ever had if she just ignores all the stuff that people are saying. Because I know how it feels because people are doing that to me. And when people are talking in your ear, you don't know who to trust because you're vulnerable. I don't know if she thinks that I'm with someone else. I don't know if she thinks that I've slept with someone else. Maybe she thinks that and she's gone and slept with someone else. I hope not. I fully trust her with all my heart. But I just don't know why she's trying to hurt me. And she said she didn't want court stuff and all that. I love her so much. I do deserve a second chance. And if I stuff up again, fine. I'll make a clean break. I just wanted to do the right thing. It's my birthday when you're seeing this vid.
Yeah, and it was the worst birthday of my fucking life. You know, I've had birthdays come and go. In the last few years with my partner has been the most best birthdays I've ever had. And that whole year last year taught me that the real nastiness of someone. You know, I expected it from her parents. I expected it from, you know, her sister, all of them. But I never expected her to be as nasty as any of them. The ultimate betrayal is when you lie to people. You know, I wear my heart out on my sleeve in that vid. Shit, I need to shave in that vid too. But I look at that vid and I think, you know, if someone's willing to cause you that much pain for a whole year, why would you go back? Because it's not about me at the end of the day. You know, I can, if I tried my hardest, find someone decent and be with that person for the rest of my life. I truly could, if I really wanted to. You know, it's not hard to be not single. I've chosen that way because I wanted to be, number one, a man of my word. I did say to my ex that, hey, you know, if we did break up, there is no way that I would just go to another girl. But I didn't think at the same time, a month or two after that vid, she'd find another guy. To me, that's not, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair that she couldn't even break up with me in the first place. She had to let it drag on for a year and still lets it drag on. I think there could still be a friendship there. Because I know my role in life is to look out for people less fortunate than myself. It's my role to make sure that somebody's safe, especially the person I love. Whether she watches this vid with her fat ass boyfriend's another thing. But you've both got to understand that you will not kill me. You will not destroy me. I have everything in life I've always wanted. Except for someone beautiful to share it with. I did my role. I did the role of, you know, becoming this better person. Getting off my feet, not being a lazy bugger. You know, I went and got help and I continued it for a year. Exactly what she told my friends. Exactly what she told our mutual friends. At least I changed. Now you may, if she's watching, she may say, oh, we haven't changed because you're still doing stupid YouTube vids. I do these YouTube vids to prove a point. I make these for entertainment purposes. I do it because it gets a lot off my chest and it's healthy. You know, it gives me my freedom of speech to say what I want and do what I want. And if you unblock me on my Facebook, my vids are public. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I have always wanted you happy. But you know yourself that when you close your eyes at night, it's me you see. When you look into your heart, you know I'm there. So why let it drag on when you could end this anytime you like? You could simply just pick up a phone and say, let's catch up. And nobody has to know. There's no court stuff now. We are all open to do what we want. You may say, well, why haven't you contacted me then? It's because it's the fat ass boyfriend next to you that I don't want to speak to. Because he's more immature than me. He threatens women. Which is disgusting in itself. He's cheated on his past exes. He's absolutely been a spoiled brat most of his life. He's, unfortunately, was worse than me. And that's what you want. Because there's a big difference between look at him and look at me. I don't think you get that satisfaction from him that you got with me. And it was almost a perfect relationship apart from all the stuff that went on. The only arguments that ever started was because your mum or your stepfather made problems for us, or the people in your family. If they weren't in it, we wouldn't have had one problem, not one argument. And I think you know that. I mean, the ex before me even said that, he tried his best, but unfortunately he said that you just wouldn't grow up. And I think it's a very reoccurring thing. No one wants to babysit you. See, the ideal partner, you come home, cook meal, clean house, drives, works. Not a bum that does catalogs and that's it. That's not a job. You get nothing for it. And you complain about the government giving people money for when they don't do anything. You're in that same category. You don't work for your money. You live in somebody else's house because you don't have enough money to get your own. You can't even rent your own because no one will want to rent to you when you've got no, you got rent history because you pay your parents. How many times have I bailed you out when it came to stuff like that? Some nights that when you were down chips, I was the one that helped you out. I just think that in life you can't always expect people to do things for you. I mean, oh, by the way, that vid there, definitely watch.
Hi, I'm Andre. How you going?
What the fuck?
Well, as people call me, the kid. That's my nickname.
I just think that you need to grow up in life, and I think that you need to learn that you're not always going to get your way. You have to stand on your own 2 feet. I love YouTube. I love making these vids, and the fact that most of them are about you is a very interesting thing. I know that all these vids that I made from last year, I look at them and go, that's a man that had a lot of love in his heart. I don't have, thousands of subscribers. I got 80, but I don't show, these vids that go for 2 hours. I don't show most of these confessions of a broken heart because, by the way, the links will be after this vid in the 4 corners. I just go and do what I want. I don't post it. I don't fucking... See, you know what I like about this? I'll show you this. Because about the same time you had your boyfriend, your apple of your eye, but then that bold motherfucker there is better than your bold motherfucker that's right next to you.
Never fucking there for us. Now, people that are my friends know what's going on.
See, I look at that vid and straight away I'm like, that's a good looking fucking guy there. Looks young, he's fit, and yeah. And then you look at your partner, compare it to that. I think I'd rather know who I would date. Just saying. I'm glad I got to have a drink, share it with yous. Do I ever think I'll fall in love again? And by the way, I know who the dislikes were in that vid, by the way. My haters. And I don't mind. Because it's funny, I got more hate from people, when all this shit went down because of the lies you spreaded. And I know what you said. One day, when our paths come, if you ask me, Andre, do you still love me? I will say yes. If you ask me, do you hate me? I will say no. If you ask me, do I care about you? Yes, of course. I'll always will. Because of this born again me, I feel there's no time for hate. There's no time for, animosity. It's time, you make peace with the world. You don't have this hate inside of you, because we shouldn't be hating right now. I wish you all the best. And to my friends watching this, I know I'm probably going to get in donkey shit for this, but I really don't give a fuck. Like, I'm allowed to say what I want. If anyone says you don't have a right to love somebody, then that person's never ever been in love. That's how I look at things. People will always say, oh, but you can do better than her. She's a fat bitch. She's with a fat ass boyfriend. No. Sorry, I'm just closing blue stacks. Those people that say that shit, they're just not happy with their own lives. People always said since we broke up, you can do so much better than her. And it's like, why would I want to do better than her? I don't see anyone that has been better than her since. I've hooked up with druggies. I've slept with druggies. I've had bad women use me, try to abuse me, take advantage of me. And the one thing that I say is, at least my ex never did that. Never used me. Never, did some of the things that these women have done the last year. And if you were around, I know you would have said something. You would have been like, you would have fucking smashed them or some shit, or you would have fucking wanted to know where they lived. But, I've come a long way. I love life. I love love. I love people. That's my saying. But I don't love the fact that what you did was wrong, and you've never apologized since day one. And I've apologized many times. I've done exactly what you asked our mutual friends for me to do, and I stuck with it for a whole year. You know how hard it was not to go down that path of drugs, and being like, some of the people I know. And believe me, I've been around a lot of druggies. And the thing that I've learned about their living arrangements is they've got nothing. They've got nothing to show for anything. And the only times where they're happy is when they get paid so they can buy their marijuana, they can buy their fucking speed or juice or whatever. But they got nothing. And the houses, all of them have been a mess. That's the life that I don't want. And I don't think anyone would want that life. And they all live in different parts of South Australia, That's the thing that is scary. They all live in different areas. Some are nice areas. And you think, what the fuck? But that's their life and that's the way they live it. But they're not truly happy. Because they struggle with money. Some of them are alone. Some of them want to be loved, but they know that they can't let love in their hearts. I know one girl in particular where she's drop dead gorgeous, but she's got nothing. And I'd still have her in my life. I'd still even be her partner if she gave me the chance. In looks department, she's fine. She's stunning. But I don't like kissing girls, number one, that smoke, but number two, when it's marijuana, that's, it's not something I want to get involved with. Would I still date her? If she's willing to give me a chance in life as a partner, of course I would, because I don't judge people for what they do. You know, as long as it doesn't affect me or my health, you know, as long as eventually, you know, they accept that I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, then yeah, it'll be a good relationship. But like I've told you and I've told other people, you know, it's not about, you know, it's not about somebody's looks. Because obviously your partner, there's just no looks there at all. It's about how they make you feel, and how, you know, the times that you're away from them, how much you want to be around them. And right now, being away from the person I love, and you, it fucking kills. You know, like I said, it's very easy just to go, you know, sleep with this girl or hook up with this girl, but it's only a temporary relief of pain. The fact that, you know, I've never cried or been upset this much in my life. I never thought I had a heart like this. I never thought I had passion and feelings like I do. And you can see in this vid too, like, I don't know what I'm saying, but I can imagine what I'm saying. No, actually, oh, listen to this. It's always for birthdays and fucking any family gets together. It's the two same places over and over again. It's like, dude, get a fucking decent place and get a fucking life. Like, honestly, like, the Chinese place especially, I did actually once get invited to, one of the sisters' birthdays. But most of the time, I never got invited to anything. Yeah. I was a piece of shit in their book. And you know how hard it is to, for 6 years, get looked at like you're a piece of shit. Get looked like that you're not good enough for somebody. That's how my partner's family made me feel every single time. Well, to them motherfuckers, at least this guy is a property owner now. I'm doing quite well for myself. What about you? What about at your age? You know, yeah, not going to fucking touch that. Just, and you know, at least I was showing my partner some decency, some dignity, and making her do mature adult things, not like they treat her. You know, she might as well be a puppy dog on a bloody leash. You see, I don't, and I'll never understand why my partner will let them control her like that for the rest of her life. You know, my partner always, you know, rubbished other people, you know, worse than her. You know, she always be like, oh, that person should fucking get a job. That person should grow up. That person. And it's like, well, how are you any different to those people? You have a couple day job where you, if it wasn't for the family, you wouldn't be getting any money. And I think that's why she's worried to grow up, because she knows that that's her safety net. And then she works at a place where they don't pay her for 2 days a week. I'm sure at the end of the day that'll put food on the table for you and your kids if you'd have any. No, that's not how life works. And you'd think in 6 years that she would have had a license by now. No, because they don't want her to get a license. It's always excuse after excuse after excuse. And like I said, it's the same thing in there over and over again. The same things I'm saying is, it's the truth. You know, he just doesn't want to grow up. He just doesn't want to. What's this one? This full vid will be on the end of this Four Corners, I think. But if you want to know more about the review hour, episode 1, the 4 previous vids, and we'll give you an update. Well, at the time I only had 67 subscribers. Now I've got 82. That's simple. She has a New Zealand passport, but for some reason, here we go, the Australian government sees her as a New Zealander. You were fucking born in Australia. Long story short, you were born in Australia. You're an Australian citizen. End of story. There's no arguments about that. And if some dickhead from Centrelink's, that's our government, said that she's from New Zealand, then that's a load of shit. I could get an Italian passport, I could get an England passport, but I was born in Australia, I'm Australian. She thinks she's New Zealander. Last time I checked, you weren't born in New Zealand. Your Exactly. from New Zealand. You're an Australian citizen. You were born in Australia on Australian terms. So I'm sorry, but you have to be a fucking retard, and everybody would agree with me that you're born in Australia, you're an Australian citizen. End of story. I can't call myself Italian. I can't call myself an Italian citizen because my dad's from Italy. I can't tell I'm in England because my mum's from England. You're born in the country. If you're born in that country, you're that citizen.
Yep.
But yeah, this was the stupidest argument me and my partner had.
That's exactly right what I was saying in that vid. You know, the fact that she always says, I'm a New Zealand citizen. I'm like, no, you have a New Zealand passport. Difference. You weren't born in New Zealand. You're not a New Zealand citizen. You just have a New Zealand passport where you can go there. You know, just like I can get an Italian passport, like I can get an English passport. At the end of the day, you were born here in Australia, and that's what it should say on your birth certificate. You weren't born over there. And that's one of the arguments we used to get into. Like, I just couldn't believe how stupid she was. That was just, I couldn't believe it some nights. Like, so we're gonna end this off with a song. We'll go back to, that's got 9 views, and I only posted it an hour ago. Shit. In Love and Memory from 7 years ago. Okay.
That's the love of my life. One year ago, you killed it.
Wait.
With someone that I know would break my heart a bit. Motherfuckers know that she destroyed my life. And that's all I'm saying.
Let's have a look. And by the way, it isn't the same bottle. It's not the same either.
Thanks for all you've done. I've missed you for so long. I can't believe you're gone. You still live in me. I feel you in the wind. You got me constantly. I never knew what it was to be alone, no. 'Cause you were always there for me. You were always waiting. But now I come home, I miss your face so. Smiling down on me, I close my eyes to see in the alone. You're a part of me, and it's a song that sets me free. I'll sing it while I feel I can't hold on and sing tonight, 'cause it comforts me. Ooh.
I was more drunk there than I am now. Beautiful song though.
2 takes of this.
I
Carry the things that remind me of you. Love and memory of the one that was so true. You were as kind as you could be.
My hair's a bit shorter now.
Even though you're gone, you still mean the world to me. I never knew what it was to be alone, no. You were always there for me. You were always the waiting. Sing it. I can't believe you're gone, and I know you're a part of me, and it's your song. I love that song. I love that song. Um,
Hi, I'm Andre.
I hate that. You notice I wear the Bullet Club top a lot. I just love that. I'm a Bullet Club fan. I'm not actually wearing it tonight. I'm just wearing my other top. What's my friend saying? My friend was just telling me she saw my recent video. This one here. You can have a little. My friend liked it apparently, so she just messaged me. What you think about that? I'm a model, you know what I mean. And I do my turn on the catwalk. He on the catwalk. He on the catwalk. Yeah, I shake my little tush on the catwalk. Oh yeah, so your boyfriend can look that good like that? With this fat gut? Yeah. I doubt it very much. So thank you for watching this hour vid. I got a lot off my chest. I was quite happy to. I'm going to have a few more drinks. I'm going to just relax for a bit because it's actually pretty cold at the moment. So I kind of want to hop into bed, watch some Gordon Ramsay. Like me and my partner used to watch. We used to watch like Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, Hotel Nightmares. If I'm gonna leave this message saying anything, it would be, now and everyone knows how I feel about the situation, how even emotional I got in this vid, how I'm trying so hard not to break down again, because once I break down I fucking don't stop crying. So it's just, it is what it is, unfortunately. But know that I love and care about you and all my friends. This has been filmed, I don't even know what date it is. Fuck my ass. June the 21st. I'm about to say something then, but yeah. But this won't ever end, sadly, until me and her make peace. There's no court stuff now, so I'm just waiting for the call, or waiting for the daughter. I was gonna say waiting for the doorbell, but the gates are always shut. So whether she Ubers it up here, takes a taxi down here, I'm waiting. I know I'm gonna get hate from this vid, but people hate Donald Trump too, but they still watch his shit, eh? It's not goodbye. It's not goodbye. Not yet. But if something happens to me, I just want everyone to know that I love and care about them. I always try to do the right thing in life. And the reason why I'm saying it this at the end of this video, there'll be another vid after this, but before this vid. So you saw the I'm Too Sexy dance. There'll be another vid and another vid after that, and then this vid. This will be delayed. I'm only going to release this vid when my health deteriorates to the fact that I can't make a vid for a while. I have a lot uploaded already to YouTube in case of an emergency, because I know that I'm slipping, I'm struggling. I'd ask for help, but she won't come and help me, guys. It'd be nice just to hear from her, because I think I'd be like winning the cross lotto in some ways. I'm a good guy now. Been a good guy for a year. Just hoping she'd see that one day. That's all I want to say on that subject. But I like doing these hour vids because it goes to show that a different side of me. It goes to show that I need to get some more colognes as well. And I think I need to take a piss too. So, thank you for watching this vid. Like and subscribe. Don't like. I'm not a fan of the likes and dislikes thing. I'd rather you dislike than like, to be honest. But, subscribe, share, ask me anything about this. I would get a better setup, but yeah, this is the setup I'm using. I got a good mic, but the camera, I do watch a lot of my vids back thinking I want a better camera. Eventually, when this room gets renovated, I think this will be in a different spot. I'm not sure how I'm going to rearrange my room. I guess really there's not much. I know the new bed. I could maybe, I don't know. I don't even know if my new bedside tables could even hold this screen, so it'll be interesting, that's for sure, with the new bed and all that stuff. But yeah, you should, if you do end up coming, you'll notice a lot of changes in this house. And I said to Dad today, when you do eventually come back here and we start talking again, you'll be like, wow, this house has changed. It has, like, just every room almost. It's just crazy how, the 2 bathrooms are getting done. They're nearly done. And I remember my partner even would go into my bathroom and like start removing tiles off the wall because she wanted the bathroom done. And yeah, I remember that. And she cut her finger like really bad, and oh man, the blood. She's like, I cut myself, and I was like, whoa, shit, blood. Shit. And even through like a band-aid, but at least she tried to do the right thing. Yeah, so I have to bid you adieu, so goodbye and good night. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.